B to the E to the N to the I to the L to the I to the C to the I to the O to the delicious. Hey, delicious. No, delicious.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to my kitchen, Vanillicious tea. I must say, I am happy for you to be here, and I'm happy that you'll be able to join me today. And sorry for being away for so long. It's been forever. But I'm back, and I am here with a quick idea. I will be doing for you today some carrot juice, more likely of a drink more than a juice. Today I will be doing it Jamaican style, so stay tuned and see what I come up with. So stay tuned. So over here I have in my sink some carrots, and these are tiny, which I don't mind. You can see that these are bits and pieces from like smaller or from the bigger carrots. So I have them in my sink, and I'm just gonna wash them and get them all clean, and then we're gonna start the process. For our juice today, we'll be needing some vanilla, some nutmeg. I didn't get supplegen, but I got some nutriment, some almond extract, and the Guinness, of course. That is to give it a little bit of flavor as well. So now I will be showing you how I prep my carrots. So they're all washed, and now we're just gonna prep them. So basically what I'll be doing is to cut the edges from the carrots after we wash them. So cut the edges from the carrots. I'm not gonna peel them, so I'm just gonna make sure, that's why we make sure that they're all washed and washed properly. So we're just gonna take the edges off, and we're just gonna chop them small, just like that, and just throw them in our pot. And basically that's basically what I will be doing until they're all done. Now, do you see how much is in the sink? Like this is gonna take I wouldn't say forever, but it's gonna take me a little bit of time. So when I'm all done chopping, I'll come right back. So after all that chopping and all that washing and everything, this is what I got. This is what I came up with. So this is a lot of carrots, lots and lots of carrots. So now we're gonna put this on and let it cook. I would say for probably half an hour. Yeah, that should be nice and soft after half an hour. And we're gonna see what happens after that. But this is what we came up with. So we're gonna put this on the stove. So I put that on the stove, and I'm gonna cover that and leave that for probably half an hour and let that cook, and then we'll come back. So stay tuned. So yeah, welcome back. So we've been cooking our carrots for the last half an hour. So we're gonna do a test on these to see how soft and mushy it is. So yep, seem to be as soft, really soft. So yep, that's good. So now we're gonna leave it to chill for a minute or two, so that it wouldn't be so hot for the blender. So we're just gonna turn our heat off and just leave it there just to cool down for a minute. It's still gonna be hot when we're blending it, but that's okay. So we're just gonna leave it there to chill for a minute or two. Then we'll be right back again. So I think this is gonna take forever to cool off. So I am just gonna go ahead and throw these hot carrots in my blender. Let's keep our fingers crossed that nothing bad happens. So I'm using a strainer to get my carrots from the water. So I'm just getting them out, putting it in my blender, and I'm gonna pour some cold water. I'll be pouring some cold water on this to blend, so it kind of cools it down, right? And for my blender, I'm gonna leave the tip open so that this doesn't, yeah, you know, Turn it on, pulse it for a minute. So we're gonna blend until smooth. We're gonna blend until smooth. So I'm gonna show you what it looks like when it's all blended out. This looks like baby food. So I know I should have added some water, more water to it, but I'll do that on the second round because it's already up to the max. So this is what it looks like. It looks like baby food, all mushed and all soft and everything. So yeah, that's what it looks like. So that's all blended out. So I'm just gonna pour this in my container and continue blending. Naturally, the carrot is naturally sweet, but let's see what happens next. Now we're gonna pour this in my jar and then we're gonna continue blending. Still a little warm, but that's okay. Man, this is lots of carrots. So we're just gonna follow the same process as before. Use our strainer, get the carrots out, and start blending. Okay, I'm gonna pour a whole bottle of water in there just to kind of cool it down a little bit and for it to blend easier. Then we're gonna blend away. Leave the lid open because it's still warm and we're gonna blend. Okay, so what I will be doing, I changed my mind about this container because it wouldn't be enough for me to mix it. So now what I will be doing is to pour this back into my pot. And yes, people, I know it's too thick, but this gives me room to add enough of everything else that I want to add. And another point that I would like to make, if I had let the carrots cool off in the pot, I would have been able to use the same water that I boiled my carrots in. I would have been able to use that same water to blend my carrots. But because I didn't allow it to cool off, I had to blend it just like that. So I'm just gonna get started to show you what I'll be adding into this. Man, it's thick. Oh, too thick. But then we're gonna work it down. So now we're gonna add all our ingredient to this. So our nutriment, our nutmeg, and whatever else that you think you need. So lots of nutmeg, vanilla. I'll say 2 or 3 tablespoons of vanilla. This is not as strong as it should be, but I know my almond extract is pretty strong, so I have to eyeball that. So I would add like 2 teaspoons. Then I'll be adding, this looks like porridge. This needs lots and lots of water. So adding my nutriment to this. Then I'll be adding some water as well. Okay, then I'll be adding my Guinness. Ah! Okay, it's spinning but not opening. Remember, if you don't believe in alcohol or alcohol in whatever you're drinking, then you can definitely substitute the alcohol for Malta, for something else, but you can always substitute. You can use this to substitute it as well. But for me, I'm using a Guinness because I like the flavor that it gives my carrot. So yeah. So there we go, and we're gonna mix this in, and then you can see how creamy this is already. It's still on the thicker side, but yeah, it looks kind of good already. All right, another thing I'll be adding is my condensed milk for sweetness. We don't need lots because, as I said, the carrot is on the sweeter side, so I'll be adding half of my milk, and I'll be mixing this in. I like how creamy this is. Like, this is like a meal already. I will not say how healthy this is because I don't know. I don't think this is, well, I would add some ice cream to this too to give it a little bit more creaminess, but I don't have ice cream. So for this is just, I'll add some water to this because it's still on the thicker side. I'm gonna try this and see where it's at with flavor. What else I need to add to this? I'm just gonna try this. It tastes like warm pudding. I'm gonna add some more sweetness to it. It definitely needs some more sweetness to it. So I'll be adding, so it's a whole condensed can of sweet milk that we added to this. I can't taste the Guinness anymore. I don't know if it's because it's still warm, but I can't taste the Guinness. Or this is just too much carrot juice. Okay. So that's it. So after adding everything, this is what it looks like. So see, it comes out. It's pretty still creamy, which is still good. I'm just gonna pour us a cup so y'all can see. This, I wouldn't have this with anything because honestly, this is so rich and so thick. I would just have it just like that. I don't know what time of day would you have this, for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. It's up to you. So I'm gonna pour us a cup and just, I'm gonna pour the rest and put it to chill in the fridge. I'm gonna use my jar and I'm just gonna pour this out in the jar for it to chill in the fridge. So here we go. Watch me make a mess. Ooh. Look at that. You see how thick this is? Man. And this is so much. I'm in trouble. I think I might have to freeze some of this because it's so much. See, even my jar seems to be too big, too tiny, sorry. So I might have to freeze this. I may have to freeze some of this because I know my daughter, she will not, if she drink once, she won't drink twice. Okay, so I ended up with more than what I bargained for because honestly, this jar is really big. You can see that it's really big. How on God's earth will I be drinking this off? This is gonna take forever. So I ended up with this, but you saw how much carrot I had. So what I'll be doing to spice this up a little bit, because this is more than what I bargained for, so as I said, I ended up with more than what I bargained for. Yep, that's a big old jar full of carrot juice. It's never my favorite when I was growing up. So what I will do is that I'm gonna probably cut it in half and I'm gonna leave half. I'm probably gonna freeze half of it, put it in the freezer, and try to drink the other half in sequence. And I'll be going back in, I'll be adding some more Guinness and more supplement in it to make it a little bit more thinner. So I know, people, so if you actually try this and if you like this menu, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If not, that's okay. I won't be mad or anything. So until next time, this is Vanillicious Tea saying thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to love, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, thank you. I will be showing you, I already showed you my finished dish, so yeah. So I will be showing you the glass that I pour out for you guys. So stay tuned for that.